folks, welcome to the Flipside. I'm Sam.
I'm JT.
And this here is our top 5 most annoying rules / mechanisms in games.
Yep.
We mentioned briefly in the other one, the bottom 5, and you can click the link in the description below to go check that one out. That was our numbers 10 through 6 of our top 10. We talked about the philosophical difference between rules and or mechanisms, and we basically came to the conclusion, loosely, there's not really a difference.
The rule is specifically how you use the mechanism, maybe, but that's about it.
Right. So we drew a little bit of a gray area there between rules and mechanisms for this list. So take that for what it's worth. We had one kind of crossover on the last one, and then the rest of them were pretty much standalone.
That was the lighter side of the list, not the heavy, like, horrible things. Now the heavy, horrible things are coming.
Yeah, the heavy horrible things
leading into the heavy horrible
are
things.
Definitely there. We both kind of made our lists with our number 10s being the least annoying and the number 1s being the most annoying. So there is that. So I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. Our top 5 most annoying rules / mechanisms. Let's hit it. My number 5 is pretty specific, and it's basically one of the few reasons why I don't play these kinds of games anymore, and this is measure movement.
Measure,
Say it again.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that one as a really good. That's a horrible.
Oh my goodness! You know, it's one of those things where I've played it so many times, where a person puts their ruler or their tape measure out there, and I can already see. I'm like, oh, they're gonna fudge it. They're gonna fudge it, and sure enough, they do. They fudge it. Oh, I'm gonna do this, and then. Oh, I hate this mechanism so much. And when you're playing, Warhammer 40K is the one that I used to play all the time. And when you're playing in tournaments, if you say anything, you're automatically off the board for good sportsmanship.
If you say anything about them fudging it?
Yes! It's like good sportsmanship's out of the window. Well, he was always complaining that I was moving my troops the wrong way. Because you were!
Yeah, that's...
But it's just one of those things where it invites somebody to smear the rule a little bit.
Sure.
Because I need to get that extra millimeter so that my big, huge weapon can now knock you out.
Yeah.
I do not like this mechanism at all. And it's one of the main reasons why I just don't have an interest in playing those kind of games anymore.
Yeah, I don't play those kinds of games either. You can lay this one right next to line of sight with a freaking ruler, right? I got to get my laser pointer out. I got to glue it to my guy's shoulder. And that laser pointer's hitting your guy in the hand, then you're good.
Laser pointer helped
a
lot for line of sight because people would say, no, you can't see it. And I'd be like, paint the dude's face with my laser. What was that again? I loved doing that. That was something else.
No laser pointers, no rulers, no tape measures.
Yep.
That gives me chills. All right.
Mufasa.
As it goes, Mufasa is right. Okay, my number 5, unfortunately, is very specific. And it really hurt my enjoyment of a game, even though I've only played it a couple of times. And that is a game that has a trader, but you might not have a trader until the second half of the game. So that is absolutely brutal. Now this is Battlestar Galactica in particular. Now if you can play 3/4 of a game, close to 3/4 of the game with no trader, where everybody's busting their tail trying to get your ship to where it's supposed to go. And then all of a sudden traders pop up. Those traders are screwed and their game is ruined. Like their game is absolutely ruined. Like that's the dumbest rule I've ever. You have to at least have a trader from the very beginning. If you have a game like this, somebody has to be a Cylon from the very beginning. And for the rule to be written that doesn't have to happen is egregious, in my opinion.
Well, I totally agree with you. It sucks when everybody's been working together and then at the very end of the game, somebody becomes a trader. Now they're no longer part of the team.
No.
That's what it feels
It's not
like.
even that.
No. But that, if you're the trader, because I think that's what you were saying, if the traders pop up at the very end of the game after everybody's been working so hard, now for those traders to have the chance at winning, it's like super slim.
Yeah, super slim.
And now they're just, okay, I'm just going to sit here for another 45 minutes while I lose.
Not even 45 minutes. 4 turns.
Yeah, sure.
4 turns from when you become the trader to when you lose.
Yep.
For no apparent, you know what I mean? That's just brutal.
Yeah.
So
no, I get you. I totally understand that. It has been very fun though.
what?
Because I have, like the first time we played on the cruise, I was the trader from the very
From the
beginning.
very
of the
beginning.
Game. From the
I
very
think
beginning.
that's totally good from the very beginning.
Yeah, and then I converted you.
Yep.
At the half point. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed doing that.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. There's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
no trader, and then all of a sudden traders pop up.
Yep.
But with Battlestar Galactica,
There's no but.
no. But
It's too long of a game.
with Battlestar Galactica, that's super thematic.
Yeah, but it's not fun.
I know. I get it.
Okay, that's fair,
Super
but it's
thematic,
not
though.
fun.
Super
So
thematic. I get it. My number 4. My number 4 and my number 3 are sometimes very similar. But if the game at any point,
don't tell us your number 3 yet.
I'm not going to.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not going to. My number 4, if the game at any point makes people, for whatever reason, lose a turn,
Yeah.
I hate that. Because you are, I think the word you used earlier, you are egregiously affecting my ability to stay current in the game. Why? Maybe it's an event card that makes a certain person lose a turn, or maybe a person can make somebody else lose a
So
turn.
did you come up? So this was one that came up early. I was like, oh yeah, losing a turn sucks. But I couldn't come up with a decent game that actually made you lose turns. Well, I could come up with one, but he wouldn't like my pick.
I think Robo Rally makes you lose turns. Because somebody can knock you off course, and that can make you lose your next turn.
Yeah, okay.
Citadels, I think there are certain
I
powers.
don't like Citadels.
Well,
there's too many good games.
There are certain
But there are powers
that
that
will
make you-
make
Yep, that's
the
true.
other people lose turns.
Yeah.
I just don't like
It's
that.
just a bad idea.
I just don't like that.
I don't want you to play for the next 10 minutes or 5 minutes or
Yeah,
whatever
you're going to
else.
sit there. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Uno is another
Yeah, I
one.
don't mind it in a card game.
But Uno
So in
is like
Uno
the low-hanging fruit, yeah.
Yeah, there's other card games that'll make you lose a turn. Card games are fast, right? You're out for 30 seconds of gameplay.
But I get that. Card games, it's like 30 seconds. Okay, I get that. But what if that happens to you multiple turns in a row?
Yeah.
Just don't like
Well,
it.
that's like Uno. Like people do the stacking.
Reverse.
People do the stacking in Uno, which isn't a rule, right? It's just a house rule that people do with the draw 2, draw 2, draw 2, draw 2. Somebody gets a draw 10. Like all of that stuff, or the multiple skips and.
No, it's
and
not
those
just that. It's like,
but-
what if somebody plays a skip on me, and then it comes back around, and then the person before me plays a reverse, and then it goes back around, and then the person plays a skip on me,
That's
and then, okay, now I've lost 3 turns in a row.
That's the excitement in the game. You still could
not
win.
exciting!
You still could win.
That makes me
you could
wanna
have
commit
10 cards in your
homicide!
hand and still win. And everybody's laughing about it at the time. So I think that's okay.
Not everybody.
Yeah, not everybody. But in a board game, if you're losing a turn, those are fairly precious.
That's true. Absolutely. I hate lose a turn.
Yep.
It's my number, what is it, 4? 3. 4.
All right. Well, my number 4 is a half crossover, I guess, with his previous list. This is a rule I like to call, we do not want player elimination, so we would rather you limp for the next 45 minutes.
Steam Watchers.
Steam Watchers is one.
Yep.
Northgard is another one. In
Yes,
Northgard,
yes.
Northgard's a really cool game.
Uncharted Lands, yeah.
If we wipe you out, look at this. We're going to wipe you out. Oh, you don't have any guys on the board. Here, let's give you one or two.
Here's your little corner
Yeah,
of the
start
world.
over again. No worries. Let the big boys play over here. You got your little guys over there. You keep playing the game. We're all playing together.
Yes.
Like, that's ridiculous. Like,
Yes.
or what is it? Onk? Is it Onk that you just get to suck
that's
into somebody
the catch-up
else?
mechanism,
Like,
yeah.
you're doing horrible. We're just gonna assume you into something.
The
I don't know.
the two people that suck in the game,
Yeah.
you now are going to become a powerhouse.
Yeah. I just making somebody limp through a game, and that person that's limping for the next,
No longer having fun.
no longer having fun.
My number 3, I said, was loosely connected to my 4th, and that is one of the reasons is because this kind of mechanism or rule is usually indicative or leads to losing a turn, and that is called take that. If I can play something on my turn that
You're going way mechanism here, because there's so many different kinds of take that.
there are, but here's the thing. I don't mind if the card I'm playing, if it's going to hurt you, fine and dandy, but it better help me as well. That's where I draw the line with take that.
I think that's
If
even
I'm
worse.
going to do this, that's going to help. I'm playing this because it's going to help me, but it's going to hurt you too. I don't mind that in a take that realm.
Well, that makes sense.
But if I'm playing this and the only thing it does is it hurts you, that's just mean.
Yeah.
That's not fun, in my opinion. That's just mean. And I don't like just mean. I don't mind competitiveness. Competitiveness feels mean sometimes. But it's not meanness, it's competitiveness. Uno is, again, low-hanging fruit. You were talking about that earlier. Low-hanging fruit, I get that. And that's really where what I'm talking about here really comes to light. Although, you're getting rid of a card, which is helping you.
Sure.
I get it.
Yeah.
But another one is the one that popped off the page at me when I was looking at him is Flip 7.
I love Flip 7.
I hate Flip 7.
Yeah, that's
I
funny.
hate Flip 7 because I can say, hey, hit me. And I get the worst card imaginable. And then he goes, hit me. Oh, that's exactly what I was looking for. And I know it's just
What does
luck
that
of the
have
draw.
to do with take that?
The deck is doing it. There's not even a person that's doing it to you. It's the game that's saying, ha ha ha, I got it. I just don't like take that mechanisms, generally speaking. It can be, it's a very malleable mechanism. And I don't hate all of it. There are some that is, I can deal with it. But usually I want it to be where I'm going to play this card or I'm going to do this thing and it's going to help me, but it's also going to hurt you or it's going to hurt everybody else.
Yep.
If it can be something where it kind of hurts everybody else, that feels less egregious in my opinion.
Interesting. I love, just so you know, I love, if you go back to the other video, our number 10 crossover was pretty perfect, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to say right now, my number 3 crossover with his 3 and 4 is absolutely perfect. My number 3 rule that I hate more than anything in this world is, hey, why don't you just steal my actions from me? And that's the rule. It's written in there, steal actions from people. And the game is Blood Rage. So in Blood Rage, you can steal other people's rage, which then makes them lose turns. And is take that.
Yeah.
So I'll just double up everything he just said about take that and making people lose turns and how much that hurts.
But
No, I don't need a but.
I had to lose the fight in order to get that. I had to lose
Yeah, that's
in
okay.
order to steal your rage.
Steal my last piece of rage that I really needed for my last thing before my
You-
turn was over.
You know that card
Yeah,
is there,
yeah,
so you
yeah.
got to take that in.
I can't
to
take
account.
that card if you draft it the very first time. So, But anyways, there you go. My number 3, anytime you can steal people's actions. And it's kind of funny because Mel and I were trying to sit down because there was another game that I couldn't think of that has this same kind of thing where you're stealing from somebody else. And you know, there's games where you steal a resource or something like that. There's take that where you know, you can't do this, or I take your card, or I kill your little guy off, or whatever else. But anytime that it makes you lose actions or lose plays or puts you at a disadvantage for long term, then that's where I draw the line. So, yep. And I couldn't think of what that other game was, but I know there's one out there that I was thinking of. But anyways, I just don't like when you can steal people's actions.
Yep. My number 2, and again, he called this out as low-hanging fruit. He called this out as low-hanging fruit in our other one. And it's low-hanging fruit. And I'll tell you, I have a lot of people that not a lot of people, but I guess more than normal maybe, that want to show me their prototype or their new game that they've designed that's going to change the industry. And the first thing that they teach me is, well, the first thing you do on your turn is you roll this die, and that tells you how many spaces you can move on your turn. And it's a roll and move as a base mechanism. And I'm like, oh no.
Yep.
And so now once they do that, I don't want to be the dude that just says, stop, I'm not interested anymore. I don't want to be that guy. No. So now I'm stuck for the next 30 to 45 minutes learning a game that I know I'm probably not going to enjoy.
Yeah.
Because it's using an archaic way.
Like Jamaica.
Okay, see, he's pulling it in. Here's the thing, though. That is a form. It is a use of a mechanism that is archaic, that has been changed to be more modern. I don't mind. Let's see, what's another one? The Colosseum. Colosseum is another game that has roll and move. It's not the basic. You roll to see if the emperor and his senators are going to stop in your thing.
Sure.
That's part of the game. It's not the entire game, though.
Sure.
But Jamaica is. You roll to see what's going to come up, and then you get to choose what's going to happen in the morning, what's going to happen in the evening. Then you have cards. If none of those things work well for you to move, then you don't play your movement cards. You play some resource getting cards.
It's a true statement.
So there's ways to get around.
That's a true statement.
It's a good use of an archaic rule or an archaic mechanism. If you have just a game that
if you're rolling Monopoly
where you're just,
or Candyland,
you roll a
or
1 and
else.
you get to go blip, and that's it. Next person rolls a 6 and goes blip, 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 blip.
Yep.
Oh, come on, man.
They put in those rules. If you roll a 1, you got to roll again.
Sure. You roll doubles.
I got 2 ones. Woohoo.
Monopoly and Life are the two that. This is what I'm talking about.
Whatever.
If it's the main mechanism and it's your main source of movement, done. I don't want to play your game.
You're right. It deserves to be number 2. All right, my number 2 is a direct crossover this time. And this is a rule that I call alliances for the win.
Oh!
Because I hate alliances.
Yeah,
it's either, hey, I'm going to be an ally with my wife because she's sitting here at the table with me,
right.
or I'm going to be an ally with you because I don't know these guys that we're playing with, or I'm going to be an ally with you because we own this half of the board and I don't want to be bothered by you. And the other person's like, well, that means I'm going to have to ally with them, and I'm here and they're way over there, and, we're never going to have, or I don't want to, just play your own stinking game.
Yes.
Forget about alliances. Forget about I want to be allied with my best friend or with my wife or with the pretty girl on the sea. I don't care. Whatever it is.
The couples thing, that's a real thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's a real thing. And
Yeah,
it's
couples thing is, that's king making to the extreme a lot of times in a lot of games. But way worse in alliance games or negotiation games or trading games.
Yep.
All of those kind of things. Well, I'm going to trade you my $150,000 worth of buildings for that $12 you got there. I need $12 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
My number 1 is if this mechanism / rule, depending upon how much of the game it is, but if you come at me and say that it is a real-time strategy game, I'm not interested at all. Real-time just turns off part of my brain and says, no thank you. Not involved at all. Project Elite is one of the games that I think I would really enjoy.
Oh, I really want to play Project Elite.
I would really enjoy Project Elite if it didn't have real-time part of it, where you're all having to do this in real time, and once a little buzzer goes off or whatever, however you're keeping track of the time, you have to stop. No, thank you.
I'm all for that one. That one in particular, I'm all for. Most real time, I'm not a fan of. In fact, I almost put real time on here. It was really close, but I was having real-time games where even you're playing cooperatively or whatever else, and you have a bunch of dice, and I got to roll them, and then I got to hand them to you, and then you roll them, and then got to hand. Well, hurry up! The timer's going. You got to roll faster. You know what I mean?
Right.
And those are horrendous. Now, a real-time game where you each have your own dice or doing something like that, that may not be quite as bad.
Right.
But some of those real-time games, not a chance. Like,
I can't.
Yeah, I prefer not to play.
I will sit there and twiddle my thumbs before I play a real-time game more often than not.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's too stressful, first of all, and it's just not fun.
Yeah.
Like, I can be stressful and still have fun. I can be stressed and still have fun. With real-time, it's stressful and I'm not having fun. That's a hard pass for me.
I own one real-time game that I like, and I still like to this day, and I still play, and that's Pandemic Rapid Response. I like that game. We've played that game a lot of times. That's the only real-time game I have in my collection.
I think I've only played that once or twice.
Yeah, it's
maybe
the only one I have in my collection.
Interesting. All right, what's your number one?
All right, my number one may not be as egregious as most of these other ones, but in my mind, it is so irksome and so ridiculous that it had to be number one. And it ruined it didn't ruin, but it led to the ruining of one of the games that I thought I would really like back in the day, and that's a Gloomhaven. I can't pick up the coin. The rule says I can't pick up the coin. I don't have time. So I just go through this dungeon. I kill this guy. We're in this very tight Euro game. Now, Gloomhaven, make no mistake, is very much a Euro deterministic type of game.
Yeah.
I'm playing this Euro deterministic type of game with a limited number of resources, a limited number of cards, which go away as I play through this game. But yet if I kill the guy next to me, there's a coin there that I have to waste an action to go pick up. And if Sam goes and picks it up and takes it later, we can't share in between battles our money as a party, as a group, right? Those things there's a hard line there. We don't share as a group. But if I can't pick up a coin, and if I kill the last guy before we get to the treasure chest, we lose everything in the treasure chest too. Because apparently the volcano is going to blow up when we have to run out before we can pop the lock. If you're going to play a game, a tabletop game where there's loot and stuff like that, give the people the loot.
Yep.
You kill a guy, you get the coin from killing the guy. Later on, I can give it to Sam if he needs to buy a sword.
Right.
And before we leave the dungeon, let's open up those treasures and get the loot for the next mission. This is a legacy game where all that stuff passes on through again.
Yep.
Like, none of that makes any sense to me whatsoever.
Nope, it doesn't. And I've felt that way playing those kinds of games. Like, we've killed everything in this dungeon. And you're just going to, like, magically kick us out before we can get that loot. It doesn't make sense.
Yep. There's a narrative that says there's a giant sword on the other wall. It's got a lion's head on it. And it's glowing blue. And we're going to leave it there because nobody ran over to get it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my number one. I cannot pick up the coin.
That's great. All right, well, that is that. Our top 5 annoying rules/mechanisms. You can go over, we already mentioned it, to the Dice Tower and check out our bottom 5. That's numbers 10 through 6 of our top 10. And there's a link in the description below for that. But before you do that, give us a like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so we can let you know when we have more videos coming out. And we'll thank you for it. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.
No matter what you do, keep playing games.
That's right.
Just do it.
With good rules.